Donald Trump lives in a different reality from the rest of us. And I guess once November hits and he loses this election, perhaps he will wake up, but more than likely he will continue living in his own reality because he's got enough money that he can do that. At least I think he does, because we haven't seen his tax returns. So we really don't know really how financially secure he is. I mean, he's got his name on a lot of buildings, and he supposedly owns a lot of real estate, but I'm willing to bet you it's leveraged up to the hilt. So until we see those tax returns, you're really not going to know, and he's probably not going to release those returns. So, you know, everything that I think and you think is basically idle conjecture until we actually see the documents. And again, I don't believe that we're going to see them. Anyway, back to my original point. Donald Trump has a major problem, obviously, with the Hispanics who he has denigrated. He's got a problem with women. And for some reason, he just doesn't seem to realize that. The governor of New Mexico, Mrs. Martinez, is the first Hispanic female governor in the United States. And she is keeping her powder dry as far as her support for Donald Trump. Well, that's not good enough for the Donald. So if you're not openly and outwardly a firm supporter of his, he assumes that you're against him and goes on the attack. Now, this particular clip from the Andrea Mitchell show on MSNBC basically just outlines how he treats people that are not firmly in his camp.
Then there's the issue of Susana Martinez, the head of the Republican Governors Association. She's the governor of New Mexico. Trump hitting her on the stump, Governor Martinez hitting back. Here's what he had to say about her last night.
We have to get your governor to get going. She's got to do a better job, okay? Your governor has got to do a better job. She's not doing the job. Hey! Maybe I'll run for governor of New Mexico. I'll get this place going.
And Governor Martinez responding to her with a statement saying Governor Martinez doesn't care about what Donald Trump says about her. She cares about what he says he will do to help New Mexicans. She didn't hear anything about that today. She is a major figure in the Republican Party. She's the first and the only Latina governor in the Republican Party. So why pick a fight with her when he's on her turf?
Well, because he's stupid. That's why.
Every time we've asked why pick a fight with somebody, the campaign always says, and it's the same line we hear over and over again, Donald Trump is a counterpuncher, doesn't attack first. And Susana Martinez has been critical of Trump, specifically critical of the border wall, saying it's not realistic to a number of donors in recent weeks. So this is an example of Donald Trump pushing back. She said she was really too busy to come to his rally last night. There's also been a lot of VP speculation surrounding her. After all, she's a rising star in the GOP. She's the first Latina governor. She's the head of the Republican Governors Association. She's a big deal in the party, and she could certainly help Donald Trump with his campaign, especially when it comes to his appeal to women and minorities. It's also New Mexico, which is a state that he would want to carry. Then again, this is the sort of thing that we see when someone does not agree with Donald Trump. He has no mercy in attacking them back, regardless of what that may mean for his future relationships.
And you correctly point out, Katie, that she's the first Latina governor in either party and a major figure, but no way that she's going to be on his vice presidential list, nor apparently would she want to be. Katie Turr, thank you. Of course, we'll have all of your reports from Anaheim as Donald Trump arrives there.
Now, the thing about it is, there's no way that she can endorse this fool. One, she would lose her Hispanic support because the Hispanics hate him. And her being a woman and him doing what he just did, he's basically downing her. So I think she made the right move. She hasn't said that she's totally against him, but she damn sure is not going to come out and support him. And this guy, instead of building bridges, he's blowing shit up left and right. So anyway, just another Donald Trumpism. If I were her, after he made that particular statement, I'm in my position. And again, I'm not the governor, and as the governor, I might not have done this, but as a private citizen, I would have told Donald Trump not to let the door hit him where the sun doesn't shine as he leaves my state, especially given the fact that I was elected with an overwhelming majority of the citizens of my state. Now, here's Susana Martinez's response to Donald Trump indicating that she's done a bad job.
Martinez responding that she won't be bullied into supporting a candidate until she is convinced that candidate will fight for New Mexicans and that she doesn't care what Donald Trump says about her. What's the thinking here, Katie? Walk us through what the campaign gains by going after Susana Martinez.
Nothing.
Well, let's give some context here. It's extraordinarily significant for the Republican nominee, the presumptive nominee, to go after another Republican politician, especially one as popular as Susana Martinez within the party. She's the head of the Republican Governors Association. She's the first Latina, as you said, to be a governor in America, first Latina woman to be a governor in this country. And she's somebody whose name was bandied about for quite some time when it came to VP speculation. Somebody who could certainly help him on a ticket, as maybe bring in more of a Latino vote, mitigate his issues with women, and also help him in the state of New Mexico. So she was a popular idea early on, but Martinez has not been a fan of Donald Trump. In fact, she's been quite critical of him, critical of the wall specifically, saying that it's just not a feasible thing to do. She's pushed back certainly against him. She said last night she was too busy to attend his rally. And remember what the Donald Trump campaign says over and over again, and what Donald Trump says himself, that he's a counterpuncher, that anytime he feels like he's attacked, he's going to come back 10 times harder. That's exactly what he's doing with Martinez. Is it a good idea? Well, that is not entirely clear at the moment. We're still waiting to find out if there is any reaction from the Republican National Committee on this.
All right, Katie Turforce there in Anaheim, California. Katie, thank you.
Yeah, so, I mean, if he had any people skills, he would have tried to woo this chick in order to mitigate his other problems. But obviously, all he wants to do basically is be Mr. Tough Guy and attack people. But he's got no people skills, which is crazy since he, quote unquote, is an expert because of the art of the deal. I'm not buying that bullshit. And the rumor out there that he didn't write that book by himself. He collaborated on that book and just threw his name on the front of it in order to sell more books.
During